Okay, hello everybody, welcome to this session on Flipgrid. So today's going to be all about Flipgrid, just an introduction to Flipgrid for anybody that hasn't used Flipgrid. We're just going to go through what it is, what it's about, how you can use it, and hopefully you can have a little go at having a go at a Flipgrid topic as well, if you wanted to do that. So we're just going to go through, how to use it and some ideas and things. So, what is Flipgrid? Benefits of using Flipgrid, and we're going to look at some of the ways that we've used Flipgrid at Grimsby. I'm going to show you some of the ways that you could possibly use Flipgrid. It's a brilliant tool for assessments and tasks, and we're going to show you the huge list of applications of Flipgrid. But we're also going to talk about a little bit about our experience of Flipgrid as well. We're also going to get you to, possibly have a go at contributing to a Flipgrid topic, and we're also going to show you how you can make your own Flipgrid topic, and obviously we'll leave some time for questions at the end. Okay, so what is Flipgrid? So it is free, it is completely free, it's education focused, and it's basically a platform that you can use for students to submit videos. Okay, that's the main feature of it. Okay, if I could just ask everyone to make sure they're on mute, if that's possible. Thank you. Thank you. So it's mainly to create and share videos, and so you can set up tasks for your students to complete. It's very secure. It's designed for education. It's designed for classes. It's designed for to be used with students. It's a very sort of it's got a very kind of social media look about it. It's very similar to sort of Instagram, TikTok and these sorts of platforms, and it is designed to look like that as well. It's really designed to be very engaging. You can engage with your videos. Learners can engage with each other's videos, and there are also you can set up things like rubrics for grading, and you can set up feedback, etc. So this is just a little video from Flipgrid's own website, just to give you an idea about what Flipgrid actually is. Hot pepper. Okay, so as you can see, the focus is really on student voice, social learning. It's really designed for them to really come together, do videos with their friends, share videos, collaborate, and it's just a really sort of versatile platform. There we go, next one. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This is the new educator dashboard. I say new educator dashboard. It's been sort of there for a few months now. But basically, the way that Flipgrid works, it used to work with grids and topics. It now works with groups and topics. So what you would do, you can set up a group, which would be your class. It could be a topic that you're going to set up, different tasks for them to do using topics. And then within those groups, you set up individual topics, and the topics are basically your tasks. So they're your tasks or your discussions that you want them to engage in. And as you can see, this is what it looks like. So you've got your topics and tasks at the bottom, you've got your groups here, and then you've got the various other aspects of Flipgrid. I'll just show you what it looks like on here. So this is a, as you can see, this is my dashboard. Where's my dashboard gone? There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this is, let's just go back to my discussion section. There we go. So this is my, these are my discussions, and they go on to it. I've got to, ah, there we go. Okay, I thought I had it open. Oh no, it's gone. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yes, so I've got my topics here. So each of these topics is different tasks. So as you can see, if you've been engaging with the Level Up programs and you've been doing your Flipgrid responses, as you can see, I've got access to your Flipgrid responses for Loughborough Team A, and any of, you know, so we can see what your reflections are. So these are our topics. So these are all the different tasks that I've set over the years. And if I go into the groups, these are the groups of topics. So for example, all the EdTech demo Level Up reflections are in one group. Okay. I might set up a group for a class, such as, you know, childcare. I might set up a group for a number of different tasks. So for example, if I'm doing a whole topic about, say, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I might set up topics for, say, a starter. It might be a topic for an assignment. So it really depends on how you want to set up your groups. Okay, so that's just how that looks there. Okay, let's just go from current slide, and we will just go over how you can set those up as well. Okay, so like I said, you've got discussions in topics and groups. You've got the Discovery Library. So if you're not sure where to start, the Discovery Library is a really good place where you can delve in and you can find lots of different ideas for discussions and topics for your students. Mixtapes allows you to create collections of your videos to share, so things that you've created, your own videos, and you can share these with other people. And these are also, you can create sort of mixtapes of all the different sort of videos from any of your topics. The Shorts videos allow a single user to create videos for themselves. So I might want to create an instructional guide. I might want to create a video introduction to my class or a video introduction to my topic. I can use the Shorts video just to create a video. And there's loads of different features on the video creator that you can use. The activity shows your activity engagement on your topics. And Grid Pals. Grid Pals is a feature where you can find other educators across the country and even across the world where you can connect with and collaborate with. So what does this look like on Flipgrid? So as you can see, you've got your discovery section here, activity, mixtapes, shorts, and Grid Pals. Okay, I'm just going to open it up because that's not been opened up. Okay, so the Discovery Library, it's an amazing tool which you can go into, and there's lots of different what they call partners that have developed lots of different topics that you can use for your students. So as you can see down here, we've got things like all sorts of different museums, different organisations. If I just keep going, I'm sure there's things like, yeah, so you've got your Nearpod there as well. If you came to the Nearpod webinar, Minecraft, you know, Adobe. You've got this lovely Roald Dahl topic here as well. So if you click on any of these partners, they will tell you the types of topics that they have come up with. So for example, if I wanted to, if I was interested in, there is a whole section on, yep, so if I look at this Roald Dahl one here, if I wanted to, if I was interested in creating a topic about the books of Roald Dahl, you can see all of these different topics here. Okay, and if I was interested in using one of these topics, I can do so. So we've got here a lovely little topic. Okay, so we're watching Stanley Tucci read an extract from The Witches, and what we're going to do for this topic is, with the task that they're going to be set, is they're going to basically have a go at drawing their own witch. Okay, and you're also, and they're going to share a little video about that and explain their story. And you can use this topic. You can add this topic to your collections, and then you can share that with your learners. And or you could just share directly from the main library. Okay, let's just go back, and you can see all the different types of discovery topics on here. So there's lots of different trending topics. There's things, so Black history. This is a lovely one, conversation starters. This is sort of a features collection. So if you click on this, it sort of goes into you know, sort of all different types of conversation starters, which could be used for icebreakers and sort of getting people talking. So there's lots and lots of ideas on here that you can use, that you can sort of think about. And if you're not really sure, if you're really not sure where to start, if I just was interested in sort of, I don't know, let's just go into a topic. If I go into solar system, let's go for the solar system. I like the solar system. There we go. So these are all topics that people have created and they've made public. And you can go into these topics and have a look at what sort of tasks people are setting students to do with the solar system. So any topic that you're teaching your student, you could have a look and see what other people are asking them. This is obviously a worldwide platform, so you will get topics from everywhere. So lots and lots of ideas on here, and there's lots of amazing partners. There's an elephant sanctuary one there. It's so lovely. And there's also, they say, there's lots and lots of museums and lots of really sort of really good ideas. And the thing is, this can be used not just for not just for academic. It could be used for pastoral. It could be you could use it for employability. You know, you could do things like set your students interview tasks. You could give them interview questions. You could you know, imagine that you're putting them into a workplace scenario. You know, you could lots and lots of things, lots and lots of ways of doing this. You know, one of the ways I've suggested to say, for example, some of our hair and beauty learners is to maybe use Flipgrid to do their sort of hair demonstrations or talk through how they would you know, greet a client. Same with you know, hospitality as well. Brilliant tool for hospitality. You know, you could use it for asking students to film themselves demonstrating something. And, you know, we're in remote learning, so we've got to kind of think of these ways of how we can assess, you know, or sort of talk through students, you know, ideas. What was the other thing I was thinking of? Just had it in my brain. Public services and sport. You know, one of the things I thought was really cool, actually. I'm sure this one of the tasks I thought would be really cool. I know this is obviously not necessarily in remote learning, but you could get your students to, if they're in the gym, you could get your students to demo doing gym equipment, and then you could create you could use what the QR codes from the videos, and you could paste them onto the gym equipment. So if somebody comes into the gym equipment, they could scan it and they could see the students demoing the gym equipment. Sorry, I could get really excited about this. As you can tell, I do have done this quite a lot. So that's the Discovery Library. You can, so lots and lots of ideas. You can go and find things. Obviously, I'm just going to show you the shorts videos. Really, so it's just so if you wanted to just create video demonstrations, we've got a tutor at the moment who's doing a lot of cooking demonstrations from his home. You know, lots of ways that you could use this. You could use it to explain a topic. If you wanted to set some work for them to do outside of class, for example. You could use this to explain a topic very briefly. And if you wanted to record a short, very super easy. And I'll just, while I'm doing this, I'm just going to show you how just the little features of the recorder. So if I click on record a short, you can see all the different features of the recorder. Okay. Oh no. Okay, you can see my house. Sorry, everyone. My house is not perfect. Okay, so this is me. So basically, as you can see from here, you can record using the button. Now, when you share a topic with a student, what the students will need to do is they will need to download the Flipgrid app. It's completely free. You just need to download it, and then when you share your topic, you'll share a code with them, which I'll just show you in a minute, and then they will do their video recording. And basically, it looks like this. Okay, and you can do lots of things with this. So if I just go and add in, I can just change it so I can take my video off. There we go. So I can just do a sound recording. I can record my screen. I'm not going to do that because I don't know which screen it's going to record. I've got a couple going at the moment. But you can also upload different clips as well, and you can edit them together. So there's lots of ways you can edit this. If I go into effects, let's just go back so you can see my actual screen. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right. Okay. Effects. Lots of different effects you can use. This is a really cool one. You can add in a whiteboard. So if I click on board, let's do that. Okay, and I can split my screen. So I've got me at the side, look, and I can do various things on here. And I can actually, if I wanted to, we just go into effects. I can draw on my whiteboard. So if I wanted to explain something, or I wanted to do some sums, let's just do that again. Let's go back. There we go. Let's do a pink one. There we go. I can draw on this if I wanted to, and do all sorts of things on it. If you've got a surface and you've got a pen, this works quite well. I used this when this came out, well, last year now I think it was. So it's quite cool. Right. So effects as well on there. You've got emojis. I can add emojis in, lots of different emojis. So like you say, it's a very social platform. You know, students can really go to town with all the things that they would normally find on a social media platform, and you can make it really fun, really engaging. Lots of things you can add in here. There we go. And you can also do things like filters and frames. There we go. And I can add in a frame if I wanted to. I like this one. Where is it? That one. That's one of my favourite ones. There we go. That's my favourite one. And then when you're happy, you just go to the next bit. Okay, and then you can edit it. There we go. Right. Okay, effects. Lots of different effects. You go away. Don't like to hear myself. And you can download it as well. You can physically download the video. I can edit it. I can add more clips to it, whatever I need to do. And when I've finished, I can take a selfie. Yes. Hello. There we go. Happy that it looks terrible, but yes, I can create a selfie. Yay. Okay, I can put my title in. Awesome video. I can upload a photo, whatever I want to do. Click confirm, and that's gonna upload to my shorts section. So this is just really if you wanted to just create a single video for yourself. There we go. Oh yes, I will. I've got to come. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. I've got loads of things on here. Okay, wonderful. Okay, and this is how I could share this. I can copy the link and I can share it. I can do a QR code. So this is what I was saying about QR codes. So if I wanted to, I could create a little QR code for my video. And what I can then do is I can either send that to somebody. I could, if you wanted to, print it out, and put it somewhere. You can use this in really interactive ways. I mean, and obviously, we're remote learning, but if you think about it, you could have, you could get students to create little videos on your Flipgrid, and they could create little QR codes that can go on posters. They could go on bits of equipment. You could, lots of ways you could think about this. And obviously, you can use it for remote learning as well. You can just pop it up in a Teams meeting or something, and you can just click on it. You can download the video and you can share it. There's a Google Classroom. I don't know if anybody uses Google Classroom, but you can embed it. If you've got a VLE, it obviously embeds very well into VLEs. If you've got Moodle or Canvas, it embeds quite well into Moodle or Canvas. You can share it to Microsoft Teams, and there's also things like Twitter and all sorts of things as well. So very easy to share with people. And they're on my shorts videos. That one's not as good as these ones. Okay. The one thing I wish they would add is as you can tell, is a background. So I wish I don't know if it'd be really handy if they could do like the background feature like you go on Teams, but you can't. So just make sure you've got a nice background behind you. Okay, so that was the shorts section, and you've also got Grid Pals. Grid Pals is very cool because you can see all different people in the UK that you can connect with. Okay, lots of different people that you can connect with across the world. Right. Okay. So let me pop back to my presentation, make sure I'm not going off topic. Yes, so just if I just wanted to go through. So you can obviously edit the videos when you complete them, and the students can as well. Okay, so they can do lots of different editing. They can add lots of different types of features to their video. If I just go back to my discussions. Okay, let's just go to my current slide. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so one of the things you can do on the app is that you can actually edit the video. So you can add clips in, you can trim clips down, and so students can create something really interesting. Teachers also have control when the videos are published. You can set up moderation on your topics as well. So you can set up whether the students can see each other's videos or they can be turned off. Let's just keep going. Okay, so you can submit it in different ways. If you've got a laptop or something with a camera, you can use obviously the Flipgrid. They can just log onto the website and submit it that way. But I would say the best thing for them to do is just to download the Flipgrid app, which looks like this. I'll just go onto it. I can show you. Might just be easier. Yeah, so it's just a Flipgrid app. I don't know if you can see. It's not going to show up, is it? No, it's not going to show up. Yeah, if you download the Flipgrid app, and they could just literally put in the join code. If anybody uses Kahoot, it's like that. They just put in the code and then they can record their section. I'll just see if I can stop my background effects, because you've all seen my house anyway. It's not just for a sec, so I can show you my Flipgrid app. There you go. So I don't know if you can see that. So that's what it looks like. And then they just put the code in. And when they actually put the code in, they just get a little, they'll get a big button that says to record. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a little look at that. So if you've got time now, feel free to download the Flipgrid app while you're watching, if you wanted to. Let's go back to that one. There we go. Okay. Right. So okay, right. So it's a very good way of sort of really unlocking sort of students' voices, really unlocking students' creativity, because as like I say, from the recorders, lots of different things they can do in that video, and it's really flexible. There is also accessibility involved as well. The immersive reader option is built into Flipgrid topics. So if you do have any students that struggle with anything to do with reading or comprehension, you can use that immersive reader tool. I'll just show you sort of how it looks like. Let's go to my topic. Let's go to my topic that we're going to do today. As you can see, you've got this immersive reader button here next to your topic. So when you do set that up, when you've added your instructions, that will open up and that will give you the option to have immersive reader open up on the topic as well. Right, so there we go. Awesome. Right, and I can just go back. So if you're not familiar with immersive reader, it's a fantastic tool. It's in a lot of different types of Microsoft products. It will play.
So you want to learn how to use Flipgrid for a flip hunt.
Okay. The great thing about this immersive reader as well, I really like it, and actually also Windows Read Aloud. I do think it's a bit more of a natural. It's quite a good natural voice, and they do have lots of options in immersive reader. They can change the background color, they can change the size of the fonts. They can actually identify nouns, verbs, and adjectives, or the syllables if they so wish. And they can also translate it, and you can have this thing called line focus on, which means that it'll just sort of it just means it'll just say, I'll just put it on to show you so you can see it just highlights one line at a time. Okay, can I just ask if anybody's got any questions before I move on? Because I sort of realised we're kind of getting to the point where we're like halfway through the session. If anybody's got any questions, you can pop your hand up, or if you've got to pop in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have missed it at the start, but how would I get onto Flipgrid as the teacher so I can send the students a link?
Yeah, we're just gonna get to that. I think we're just
Okay,
going through
fine.
what Flipgrid was and
So,
what it can do. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we will have a go. Don't worry. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, don't worry. Okay, so I'm just thinking. Yeah, so let me just keep going. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna go through what we can use it for. Okay. Okay, so this is the basically this is their. Oh, I've got my captions on. Oh, never mind. Basically, this is all the different ways you can use Flipgrid. So they say we've talked about icebreakers. We've talked about give it student introductions. Assignments, assessments, lots and lots of different ways that we can add Flipgrid into. You can use Flipgrid. Now, we've used Flipgrid in different ways. We used a flip hunt, which is where we set students lots and lots of different types of activities on Flipgrid, and they had to go and find things, they had to do things, they had to, basically hunt for different activities. We also used it for the PGCE, the teacher training poster presentation, so they had to use Flipgrid, and particularly to use create videos like the shorts that I just explained how to use, and then they download the QR codes and they put them on the poster presentation. We've got a little example of that. We also did a Christmas flip hunt for staff development. It was just a lot of fun. We also used it for our DigiPals project, and which was a project where we got students to teach each other how to use different tools in the classroom, which was quite cool. And we also used it last year for COVID-19 for keeping warm activities for school leavers, to try and sort of obviously keep them engaged between that period of time from school to college. So yeah, so the student induction flip hunt. Now this was a while ago now. I think it was not the September just gone, but the September the year before. And we had 800 FE students at a time registered to do this, and they sort of always engaged in Flipgrid from the very beginning of the term. We gave them the code to access the topic. We gave them all the resources that they needed to go away and do that. And basically what happened was we ended up with 600 videos of students doing all these various activities and hunting for things. Some of it was finding graffiti, some of it was finding the IT services desk, lots and lots of different little bits of them, lots of different activities for them to get familiarised with the college. We also ran it with the Access to HE students, and they actually really liked it, really enjoyed it. So it's not just for sort of young ones, it's for all sort of ages. So yeah, PGC poster presentation. So we were sort of basically trying to sort of teach them how they could make those poster presentations more interactive. So as you can see, if I can just, can I play this? That's the one I'm after. Yeah. So as you can see, on their presentations, they had these little QR codes. So they'd created these videos and they'd download the QR codes for it. And what it meant was when they went to display those QR codes, and people could come up and they could just scan those QR codes using the app. So if I just play that so you can see what it looks like.
Academic content taught in a school or in a specific course or programme. Depending on how broadly educators define or employ the
this here,
curriculum,
this is the QR code. So
the knowledge
scanned
and the
it,
skills
and
students are expected
there we go.
to learn, which includes the learning standards, learning objectives, or learning outcomes they are expected to meet.
There you go. So yeah, so somebody could come along and they could scan that, and they could basically hear the student explaining, that part of the poster. Okay. Okay, and then we did the staff Christmas flip hunt. This was my colleague Elaine who really did spear this. And basically she had lots and lots of boxes all around the college, and staff basically had to go around the college and find these boxes which contained props and costumes for doing different Christmas songs, and each box led to another box, and they basically had to film themselves performing these Christmas songs. It was lots and lots of fun and a really good way to engage staff in learning how to use Flipgrid. This was about, again, this wasn't the year just gone, this was actually the year before we went into obviously before we went into lockdown, which was Flipgrid for a lot of staff wasn't really used that much. So this is a really great way of introducing them to this new tool. So school leavers keeping warm activities, so different activities set up for students to engage with the college and to start thinking about how how technology has been used. The code was sent out to students. Again, they didn't need to be logged in necessarily. They could use a Microsoft or Google account, and basically that meant they could get connected and really start preparing for college. And the DigiParts project. So this was a really good way to create accessible assessment. We really wanted a way that the students could talk about. They were creating songs, and we were trying to get them to think about lyrics and things without. They were really struggling to write. Some of these students really struggling to write things down. They had lots of different needs, and this was just a good way of them using Flipgrid to talk about their ideas, to really get that assessment across. And it was a really good. It was a really good idea, and it really improved their confidence. They absolutely loved the tool. I went into the class once, and the teacher was there, and she was just sat there. It was fantastic. She was sat there. She had the grid up on the whiteboard. The learners were out all over the college, and she could just see these responses just coming in, and she could just see exactly what the students were doing. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you, because I appreciate it, you do actually need to know how to use it. So Flipgrid, all you need to do is just go to flipgrid.com. Just click on here, just open a new private window so I can show you. Just flipgrid.com, and you just need to sign up using your your normal work account. It is Microsoft or Google, so so either one of those. So yeah, if you just pop to if you just go to flipgrid.com, and then you just sign up, educator sign up, and then it will just ask you to sign up using your email address. There you go. Sign up Google, sign up with Microsoft. There we go. It's worth knowing that students don't need an account for Flipgrid to take part in it. When they download the app, they just need to put in the code to access the videos. However, they will need some kind of Microsoft or Google account to complete their videos. But if you're a school that has those activities employed, they'll just sign in with their student logins. Okay, so that's how you sign up. Really super quick and easy. So when you get to Flipgrid, as you say, you get these discussion, discovery, etc. So to create a topic, okay, all you need to do is click add a topic. Now this is just a topic. If you just want to create a task for your students to do, just create a topic. If you've got like a whole class and you're going to really use Flipgrid for a few different tasks, set up a group for the task. Set up a group for the class, and then you can add little topics in there. Again, same thing, group, you just create a group. Say if I just put in there EdTech group. So I know. Okay, so again, really quite quick and easy to set up a group. You can set up the different permissions on groups. Okay, so if you're working with students and you want them to submit work, you'll want a private group, and you'll probably want student email. Okay, and they'll just put the domain of your organisation in there. So I would just put @grimsby.ac.uk, and what that means is that your students just need to log in with their student accounts to access that Flipgrid, which is probably is what you want really if you're going to get them to do assessments. You can just set it up if you've got like a sort of username, but I would suggest that's probably the easiest thing to go with, and it's really secure. They won't be able to sign in with any other email address. You can do public Flipgrids. They're not recommended for classroom use. They are more recommended for public topics. For example, if I was to do if I wanted to send out a Flipgrid for lots of other educators to take part in, we'd use a public code. Okay, so once you've completed your group, you can do lots of things. You can personalize it. It's really super easy, and then you've got your group. Let's just do that. There we go. There we go. Oh, I like that. Let's use that one. Okay. If you set your group to active, it means obviously that people can. It's obviously available for people to add things to. Click on create group, and my group will be creating. Okay. Well, that's creating. Oh, it's ready already. I can already share that out. So if I share my group, whoever sees my group can see all my topics inside. So if you've got a class, you might call your group by your class, like level 3 health and social care, and you share that group code with them and they can see all the different topics in it. Now, if I wanted to create a new topic in here, all I do is click on add a topic. And this is where we set up our tasks for our learners. So I can set up my topic in here. If I wanted to click add a topic, I'm going to talk about plants. I can pop a question in here, and obviously this can be quite substantial. This can be some really, it could be an assignment brief. It could be some, a set of instructions. It could, you've got 1,000, you've got 1,000 characters to play with, so you've got a fair amount sort of to use there. So if I want to, I'm just going to put please. Plant. Okay. There we go. Okay, please look over the parts of your garden, show us and describe the important parts of the plant. I better change that to or an outside. Garden. That's very assuming. Okay, you can add media to it, so you can actually record a video. You can actually add a video from your shorts collection. If you created a shorts collection, you can add a video for your shorts collection. You can upload a video. YouTube, you can add in as well. Emojis, GIFs. You could add in a Kahoot quiz, a Wakelet. You could add a Wakelet collection. Nearpod as well is integrated with Flipgrid if anybody was interested in trying out Nearpod. And you've also got things like Adobe Spark, and there's a few other bits and pieces on here, Wonderopolis and Buncee. Not really tried these two, Wonder and Buncee. I've not really tried before. I think I'm not entirely sure if it's 100% free, Buncee. So, but these other things you've got access to, and we've talked about before in our webinars. So, they're really good to add in. And so these are all the different resources you can add into your your section. You can set up the permissions. Okay, so basically, if you wanted to set up the topic differently from the group, I can just click that on. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so again, if you're just setting up a topic on your own, you get the same sort of permissions. So again, you would probably want to set this up using the student email with the school or college domain for that. You can set this up so you can sort of set up with, if you wanted to set up a password for families and guests and other people to join the topic, if you wanted to, and again, the public topic is for if you want to share it outside the organisation. But for most of us, if you're getting students to contribute, this is what we'll be mostly focusing on. Okay, topic moderation. You switch this on if you want to check all the videos before you go into it. This is this is really up to you as a professional. You know your students. You know what they're like. You know if they're going to be posting anything inappropriate or not. So you just need to sort of decide whether you want that or not. But you might want to turn it off if you want them to collaborate and see each other's work and see each other's video and just have a bit of fun on it. You can get students to comment and send little video responses to each other's videos as well. And you can also include captions on the videos, which is obviously very good for accessibility. And you can set the recording time. It's up to 10 minutes. 10 minutes they can record for. So it's not a long time, but it's still a fair amount of time if you want them to complete something and explain something. You do have other options. You can add different links. So you could add things like a link to a OneNote, etc. To the topic and other links and attachments. If you've got I don't know what your permissions are on things like OneDrive documents are. We can't share ours outside the organisation, but you could share things like that if you wanted to. Now, the topic status, if it's active, obviously anyone can contribute to it, and if it's frozen or hidden, they won't be able to. And you can set it so that it starts and ends at a certain date as well, so you can give it a little bit of a due date. Now, the notifications, so this basically means you'll get a little email notification when somebody's submitted to your topic. So depending on how many topics you've got set up or how many sort of activities you've got going, you might not want to have this set up so that you get emails all the time. So you can set up when you wanted to get those notifications. I've got a little rule on my inbox actually. So if anybody does send me anything from Flipgrid, it automatically goes into a folder that says Flipgrid responses. And I can also get my students to receive email notifications when new videos have been added. There's a couple of other features on here as well. That you can control whether students can edit their videos. You can see the number of views a video's had, and you can add things like notes and allow students to download it and share after creating their video. And this is a very interesting and very important little feature. If you don't want your students to necessarily download and share out their video content, you can switch this off, which might be quite useful. And you can also add in feedback. So you can add custom feedback and you can create a rubric or a criteria, as you can see. Or you can actually create some basic feedback. And once you're happy with that, you create your topic. What have I done? Oh, I know why. There we go. Let's do that. There we go. Create topic. Okay, topic is ready. And then I share this with my students. I can give them the link. I can give them the code. I can share it in Teams, or I can create a QR code. Okay, so if anybody's got a QR code reader, if they've got the Flipgrid app, they can just scan that using the Flipgrid app. Okay, wonderful. And then that's where you add your media if needed. Let's just go back to the discussion. So by all means, go ahead and you can obviously create those topics. If you would like to actually have a go at a Flipgrid challenge, we do have one for you that we set up. This is one that we've set up before because we did it for the Digital Summit last year. But as you can see, if you wanted to sort of have a go at this, you can either go to flipgrid.com and then you can put in this flip code, or you can use, if you've already got the Flipgrid app downloaded, you could scan this code and you can go into the Flipgrid app. So I'll just leave that on there if you wanted to have a little go at that, and then I will just show you the topic. So this is if you just want to have a go and see what Flipgrid is like, and just basically have a go at doing a video. We have set up a flip hunt on this topic for you to have a little look at. It's quite substantial, but if not, then all you need to do is just have a little video and just say hello to everybody. Okay. Just pop it back into the. I'll just pop back into it so you can see it, what it looks like. This is what it looks like. There we go. There we go. So come on. There we go. So yeah, making learning from Flipgrid. Basically, this is where I've added in a Flipgrid Shorts that I've created myself, as you can see.
Hi everyone.
And this is an introduction to the task, and then I can add in. I've got a web link here with my instructions for my flip hunt, and then you can actually add in your responses if you wanted to add in your responses. So I'm just going to give you a second or so. I'm just going to go back to that PowerPoint if you wanted to just have a little go at that, or just at least get onto it and just give it a go. To see if anybody's had a go at it. Okay. I'll pop that in the, obviously I'll put my PowerPoint in there. So if you want to have a go at that, you can do that. That'd be really cool. So set up a Flipgrid. You just need to log in, an educator login for Flipgrid. You need to, so one of the challenges on the Flip Hunt is all about, one of the challenges is setting up your Flipgrid. So if you actually do this Flip Hunt, click on it, you can see what the challenges are. The challenges, the Flip Hunt itself will actually allow you to get used to using Flipgrid and have a, try things out. So just click on it here, you can see it. Come on. Yeah, so it tells you how to actually log on to Flipgrid. It tells you then how you can, it actually gives you some challenges. So it's signing you up, finding a grid pal, and then there's all sorts of things like just exploring the discovery library. Okay, so if you have a little go at that Flip Hunt, you will actually get to know Flipgrid as you're doing it. It'll be really good. It'll be a really cool idea to do that. Okay. So as we are sort of coming to the end, oh, we have a question, Emma.
Sorry, it took me quite a while to get it to work on my phone. Could you put the code back up for me again?
Sure, of course. Yeah, I'll just pop that in the. Just go back to it. There we go. Go.
Great, thank you.
Awesome. Right, so yeah, so I just wanted to quickly sort of show you. I did sort of open this up to sort of try and make sure I could show you. Yeah, so you can embed these into Teams really well. I'll just show you on here. So I've got one on here. Look, I've embedded this onto Teams. You can add it. You can add it as a tab to your Teams channel if you're using class Teams. You can just search for it and it will appear, and then it will just ask you what topic you need to add in. There we go. Yeah, so if you just put, it says join code or Flipgrid URL, when you share your go away. Yeah, so when you share your topic, if you click on topic and share it, you've got your code here, or you can just copy that URL, and then that will go in, and you can copy that into your Teams channel. There we go, and you can add that into your Teams channel if you wanted to. Yeah, like so. You can also, and they can obviously interact with that on Teams. You can also go into your class notebook, and you can embed it onto class notebook as well. So if I wanted to go into my class notebook, and then I go into, yeah, so what you can also do is if you literally just copy that address, you can just paste it into your class notebook, and then that will embed itself into class notebook, like so. I'll just do it on here. There we go. So paste that in there, and that will embed itself like magic. And then students can interact with it on class notebook as well. And there's other places, of course, you can embed it if you've got, say, a VLE, etc. Right, so just to finish off then, I just wanted to just sort of finish this off for now. So, oh, there we go. So, Flipgrid is very, very accessible. It really can really give learners confidence. You know, one of the things that we actually did last year is we actually did it. We did a couple of little competitions with Flipgrid, and they're really good at sending out swag and stuff. So if you are somebody that does Twitter, please do follow Flipgrid, because they always do competitions and things, and they send you things. And one of the things they did last year was they sent out these flip pods. Yeah, so there's like these little pods that were basically like a little tent, and essentially what you could do is just go into this little tent. I think I've got a picture of it actually. There we go. Yes, so that was this little tent that Flipgrid sent us, and basically students could go into this tent. They could put the they could put the front down and they could record their video without sort of showing it to everybody. Yeah, so just keep an eye on Flipgrid because they're really good like that. They do send things out. So it's really good for students. It's really sort of keeps them really engaged. And obviously at the moment we're remote learning, so it's really good to think about ways that we can sort of get students to complete their assessments and things. So it can be embedded anywhere, and also it's just really fun. I love Flipgrid. I think it's so much fun. It's so engaging, and honestly, the change that I've seen when students use Flipgrid is just fantastic, and they absolutely love it. And it's also brilliant for staff training as well, as we've seen by our Flip Hunt. Okay, so you can use it for lots of for staff training as well. So there's lots of different courses on the Educator Centre for Flipgrid if you're interested in learning a bit more about Flipgrid. And if you are, if you are wanting a code, feel free to use the code to get some free points for your Microsoft Educator profile. And if you've not done your MIE, they'll go towards your MIE badge. Okay, so yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. And if anybody's got any questions, I will answer them.
Thank you, Heather. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Just a question for me.
Yes.
Is there any shorts on there that the students can access on how to use Flipgrid?
Oh,
so have you guys done any videos on it? Just because, so one of the things, so I tried this about 6-7 weeks ago around Christmas, and I had no idea how to use it. And just obviously just playing around with it over the last couple of weeks, it's been something quite interesting. Obviously this session today has really helped.
Do you know, I'm absolutely sure that Flipgrid they would have done, I'm sure Flipgrid themselves have probably done would have done topics. Let me just have a little look. They're really sort of good like that. They've done loads of little resources. I'm just gonna have a look to see if they've got anything. What's sure. Actually, I'll just stop recording whilst we're just doing that. There we go.